Okay, guys, it's really about how much brawlers would get used. Technically, this is me kind of describing the meta a little bit, but it's whatever. Shelly at first, you will see Shelly time to time, but it depends on what the map is. But you wouldn't see them all the time though. Now, Colt, he's between the borderline of used too much and seen time to time, but I'll put him in front of Shelly just so you can know that. Bull, yeah, I wish I had put a barely option, but I'm probably gonna add it in because I don't really know. But yeah, you barely see bulls depending on what the game mode is still though. But bulls, yeah. But Brock, you'd see them way too much. Like, it's not even funny. You would see them in like every game mode. Barley's, you would see Barley's time to time, but if there's in hot zone, you would see them too much. Nita, I cannot remember the last time I seen Nita. El Primo, used too much if it's in Brawl Ball we're talking about. Okay, Poco's, you wouldn't really see that much, but it's time to time because the new skin, I'm pretty sure. But he's between barely and time to time, so that's a little issue. But I'll put him in time to time. Oh, never mind, I'm putting him barely because there's a pre-recorded. And there's this freaking ad was blocking the way. Let me just cut out the part because I was about to have a headache trying to get rid of it. Alright, I am up next. I think it's Rosa, right? Hold on. I have to try scrolling. Yep, Rosa. I'll put her in barely since you wouldn't see her all the time. Rico used too much. Like, this is annoying. Jesse, depends if it's heist or hot zone, so you see 10 times. Dynamite, you see way too many times. And it's very agitating. Daryl, I'll put him in barely. You wouldn't see that much Daryls anymore. So, okay. But time to time, I guess. Alright, Penny, barely, I guess. But sometimes, because of her hypercharge most of the time. Wait, no, let me put her in time to time because you would see them around because of the hypercharge, as I said. Carl, barely. Tick, you see him way too many times. Gus, I don't really know. Gus usually went on a lot. Pam, you wouldn't really see that much anymore because who uses Pam unless you're trying to get max trophies on her because you want to finish up your 8-bit, I guess time to time. I mean, you see them, but I'll put them barely, I guess, since it's pre-recorded itself. Thought about that. Frank, I think I should have put him inside of used too much, but I'll at least put him next to Colt. I'll put him up above Barley since you wouldn't see Franks that much normally. And yeah, right here I'm shifting around some brawlers to put him above some other. And Jackie, I'll put her in used time to time. I mean, you will see her sometimes. Piper, bro, I don't understand why, but I see too much Piper in Brawl Ball. Stay inside her knockout, please. And Bo, you'd see them time to time, but most of the time it's only used into the bushy maps or very closed-in maps. So I had to put her in, right in between barely and used too much. Or no, not you. I mean, used time to time. BBs. I think I'll just put her inside of barely. Cause you will see about these, so they're in between barely and time to time. Because why not? Yeah, I'm seeing them too often, and I mean, tired of getting one-shotted. M's, you see them time to time, but most of the time the M's are either bad or kind of good. Gale, I'll put him in barely since you wouldn't see me that much anymore. Nani, no one generally uses Nani that much, unless it's in showdown, so I don't see him that much. Colette's time to time, because most of the time you either see him in heist, but barely in Brawl Ball. Edgar, never used. I don't think anyone ever wants to use Edgar as ranked or anything else because of how much he got nerfed. Stu, used too much. Let's be honest here. I really do not like their appearances. I'm gonna put him even above Rico. Bell. I'll put her between barely and never used. Rome. I'll put him above BB. Griff, barely. Cause Ash, I don't know. I don't see Ash that much. So I'll put him in never used. And about Griff, yeah, he's barely ever seen, but even when he is there, he's hella annoying to deal with. But yeah, Ash is going and never used. Lola. Yeah, no one uses Lola, let's be honest. Unless a hypercharge somehow comes in clutch and people start using her more. Bonnie, I don't know. Ever since the last meta, she's never used. But I'll probably put her in barely because people still use her in knockout. Sam. I don't know any people who use Sam in general. Mandy, I'll put her in use too much because, I mean, she's not used that much, but because she got her hypercharge, people use her a lot now. Maisie, you will see her time to time in Bravo. Pearl, barely. Right above 8-bit, I think. Larry and Lori, I don't know where all the Larry and Lori mains went, but I would just say put them in never used. Because no one really uses Larry and Lori. Angelo, you don't see anyone using Angelo anymore. Especially instead of knockout. Barry. I'll put him in barely. It rhymes, right? I don't know if it does, but whatever. But yeah, you don't see that much berries anymore. Shade. Yeah, you don't see that much shade either. Meeples, even though Meeples, I'm pretty sure a recent brawler, no one really uses them that much. Despite the fact that it's pretty broken. So, I'll put him in barely. Mortis, you see too much Mortis, and almost all of them are buns. It's not even funny. Tara, I guess I'll put her in time, or am I gonna put her in barely? Yeah, I think I'm gonna put her in barely because you don't really see that much Tara's anymore, especially in the fact since you don't really damage from afar with Tara. Jean, maybe because Jean's not all that good anymore because of new meta and all that. Mr. P, y'all put him in use too much. It's not like moving Tara. Yeah, I guess I'm putting her in time to time, whatever. Mr. P, I mean, before his hypercharge came out, he barely ever used, but why am I moving around Lou? Whatever. But yeah, Lou, I see him all the time in Heist and even in other game modes, but his appearance is not annoying. Max, no one uses her anymore. I don't know why. Mr. P, I'll put him in use too much because he got his hypercharge. Sprout, you don't see that much Sprouts anymore, so I'll put him almost near never used. Byron, he's still kicking in the meta, so I'll put him in time to time. You would never see Ralph's like ever. Squeaks, I'm putting him in use too much. I really do not like Squeak. Where am I? Hold on. Yeah, I'll put him in time to time. You don't see Squeaks all that much. Buzz, oh my goodness, I'm putting him in use too much, man. Fang. Eve. You don't see that much Eves. I don't know what am I doing in this video. Why am I not putting in order? But it's whatever. I don't know what I was doing in this recording. Otis, you will see them barely. Fangs, I mean, time to time, I guess, depending on the game mode. And depending on the map greatly. Gus, the ghost child. I guess never use. I'll put him between barely and never use, I think, because you don't use him that much. No one really does, but I feel like he'll be using when his hypercharge comes out, so he's in between it very much. Janet, stop moving, Gus. What are you doing? Oh my goodness, guy. Janet, I guess I'll put Janet inside of barely. You don't see that much Janet that much, even though she has a hypercharge now. Buster, I'll put him inside of use time to time. When his hypercharge comes out, it's gonna be used so much. Gray, I see them almost everywhere. That's outlandish. Or no one uses RT. Let's be honest here, no one generally uses them. Willow, her usages, you don't see him around. You don't see her around, so I'll probably put her in never used. Wait, no, never mind. I put her in barely, I guess. I'm above Barry because, you know. Doug, as much as I love Doug, no one really uses him that much. I'll put him in barely. Right above Willow. Nope, below, above, I mean, I guess between both of them, whoever's used most. Chuck, you won't ever see Chuck be used outside of Heist or not Hot Zone. So, never used. They were talking about other game modes. And when am I gonna place it down? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm saying right here that it's between. So I'll put in between never used and barely. Yeah, pre-recorded me and record right now me is not really connected. Wait, what did I put down? Hold on. Yeah, Charlie, you don't see any more Charlies anymore because her hypercharge is pretty buns, and at the same time, she's only using free rent 30 scrats. Miko, because of how much times he got nerfed, no one really using that much. And he has a lot of counters now. Melody, you see time to time instead of any other game mode. Lily, ever since the whole cooldown thing situation, you'll see her time to time. Right above Tara. I mean, Grown, never mind. Clancy, despite the fact how much I hate him, you would never see him being used. Not even inside of rank that much either. Mo. I'll put him in barely, like, somewhere between Rosa and Pearl. Juju. You'll see her time to time. She's used. Ollie. Ollie as being as a used brawler. I mean, not a used. Ollie for being a new brawler. And at my time, I don't really see him that much. I think he's inside of barely. Right above 8-bit. No, wait, that's not right. Hold on. Yeah, right above Pearl. Or should I put him higher? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna put him right above Bull. You don't really, because he's almost between time to time. Spike. Wait, what am I? Whatever. Wait, why am I edging it right now? I guess time to time I was putting between the borderline and Barry and time. Spike, seeing too much, I really hate it. Crow. I'll put him in time to time, right next to Colt. You see him around. Neon. I mean, I guess between the borderline of time to time and barely. Sandy. He's between never used and barely. Surge. Yep. Definitely and used too much. Right above Spike. Amber. I'll put her in the deep below of never used. No one really uses it that much anymore. And when she is used, it's very annoying. Oh, never mind. I'm putting her above Ruffs because I don't even know. Meg. I mean, when she got... Okay, Chester. Between time to time and you use too much because you're going to get a hyper charge. Meg. Let me place that Meg. I put her in barely. You don't see her that much anymore. I guess. Yeah, no one really uses Meg normally because, let's be honest here, Meg is kind of boring to main. Cordelius. I'll put him in... I'll put Cordelius in time to time. You see him sometimes. Kit. Use too much instead of Showdown or sometimes in Brawl Ball. For scratch. Draco. Let's be honest here. He is never used now. Never used. Whatever. Okay, never used, yeah. Kenji. I'll put him in barely. Between never used and barely. Buzz Lightyear is just not even in the game anymore. So yeah, this is the most I've ever talked out of a video, I'm pretty sure. And if you guys don't like the tier list, you can always make up your own or say that this should be changed to this. And I'll read comments. I'll agree to your opinion and try to change a little bit of something. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like this, please subscribe and see you later.